So our breaking news story now, the Special Investigating Unit will freeze 11 million rand in an Eskom executive's account. This is part of the SIU's investigations into the power utility. To tell us more, I'm joined by the unit spokesperson, Kaiser Khanyako. So Kaiser, first off, who is this individual and what position does he hold?
Thank you very much, Shahan, and to your viewers. The person that we freeze the account of is the guy who is the senior manager of coal operations at Eskom by the name of Mr. Petrus Mazibuko.
And the money, this 11 million rand, of course you believe that he received that money in illegal means. Tell us how.
Definitely. We got a whistleblower coming to us and indicating that this particular senior manager is receiving an authorized gratification from Eskom suppliers by the name of Logistics Managers Africa, who is the first respondent in this matter, and another company called Tembasto Pty Limited, who is the seventh respondent. We then went through and investigated the matter, went to the bank account of that is co-signed by both Petrus and Shadrach Mazibuko. I don't know how they are related, and the company is called Tepuno Kecha Projects. In that account, we found money, and when we traced where this money was coming from, the money was only coming from those two suppliers of Eskom. And we found that there was no evidence anywhere that shows that this company, Tepuno Kecha Projects, has ever done any work for the two companies. Therefore, it was clear that it was some kind of a gratification and payment to them. But we also looked at other evidence in relation to that. That is why we ended up going to the special tribunal to ask for an interim order to freeze that account and give them an opportunity to come and explain why this order should not be made final and the money should be forfeited to the state.
Yeah, and of course you also found that Petrus Mazibuko has not obtained any written authority to do work outside of his Eskom employment. So you, of course, are working with Eskom to find out more about this individual, and if there's any action taken internally, that of course will have to be the decision on Eskom's side.
Yes, but we have written to Eskom this morning to write to the CEO of Eskom to say to him that we asked him to suspend this particular guy pending our investigation, because we are of the view that he might interfere with our investigation.
Yeah. So do you know when they will make that decision? I know you can make recommendations, but you can't, of course, enforce it within a company.
Yes, we can enforce it, but we'll follow up with them. And the unconfirmed information that I have is that they have written to the said official as we speak.
How are your investigations into Eskom going? Where do you stand in terms of doing more of this, where you find fishy dealings within the power utility?
So we have done a lot of it. You'll remember, Shahan, that we have dealt with the ABB matter, which was finalized, and we retrieved back to Eskom an amount of 1.5 billion. And we have also worked on the Kusile project that ended up with the 5 people, that 3 former officials of Eskom and the 2 members of the company who are now before the courts of law in relation to the Kusile projects. And there are many others where we are dealing with them. And I can only say to you that watch this space, because there's a lot of progress in most of these cases that are happening at Eskom, and we'll make sure that the money that was taken unfairly from Eskom has to be returned to Eskom.
Are you getting any resistance in your investigations? Because we know the rot runs deep at the power utility, and it's been going on for years.
In the beginning, we were having people who did not want to cooperate with us, but obviously because when there is a proclamation, we've got the powers to subpoena people to come to and appear before us, and we have done so, and the people came to us because if they knew that if they did not come, it was going to be a criminal matter. At the moment, the current management that is there is giving us all the cooperation that we need, and that is why you see a lot of progress happening within Eskom. But because the rot was so deep, therefore there's still a lot of work that we need to be doing, because when you are dealing with one thing, you uncover the other, and then we start following the new lead. But all we can assure the public is we will always follow the money and make sure that where we find that the money has been given to people unfairly, we will make sure the money is returned to the power utility.
All right, thank you so much for your time. Good luck with your work. The SIU spokesperson, Kaiser Khanyako.